Namaste and welcome. I am Pratim Ranjan Bose and you are listening to my podcast Perspective. In this episode, I'll discuss the shocking murder of a Bangladeshi ruling party MP in the eastern Indian city of Kolkata. The MP was part of a powerful smuggling cartel operating between the two nations. His death raised tough questions for governments on either side of the border. The 1.5 month long election season in India is on its last leg. The results will be out shortly. While the media attention was focused on politics, the eastern Indian state of West Bengal, which shares a 2000-kilometer land border with Bangladesh, saw a ghastly incident with wide ramifications. A Bangladeshi MP, Anwarul Azim Anar, was brutally killed by fellow Bangladeshis at a rented apartment in Kolkata, the capital city of West Bengal. Kolkata is barely 70 kilometers from the Bangladesh border. According to the most circulating Bangladeshi newspaper Prothom Alo, the MP and the prime culprits, Akhtaruzzaman Shaheen and Mahmud Hassan Shimul, also known as Amanullah, were running a multi-million-dollar gold smuggling racket. He was killed due to a dispute over the share of revenue. Shaheen and Shimul hired Bangladeshis, including one illegal Bangladeshi immigrant in India, to carry out the final act. Both Shaheen and Shimul are untraceable. Police in India and Bangladesh arrested hired criminals. The episode raised a set of embarrassing questions for the ruling Awami League in Dhaka, its involvement in cross-border smuggling activities, and the security issues in West Bengal and India at large. To start with, the involvement of Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's Awami League, which maintains a quote-unquote friendly face to India, is beyond doubt. Shaheen was the key partner of the MP for smuggling. He is a US-based Bangladeshi and is the brother of the Awami League nominated mayor of a municipality within the dead MP's constituency. Dhaka Tribune reports that Shimul was the top functionary of a banned leftist organization in Bangladesh. He served jail terms for gun running and recently joined Awami League. There is no way the Hasina government can claim innocence, as the murdered MP had police records of smuggling arms, gold and drugs. He was also accused of giving shelter to cadres of banned organizations. Daily Observer reports that in 2008, when Sheikh Hasina came to power in Dhaka, Anwarul Azim Anar was accused in 21 cases. There was also an Interpol notice against him. Over the next 4 years, Anar was cleared of all charges by the Bangladeshi court. League made him an MP in an opposition-less election in 2014. Knowing that Bangladeshi courts operate under the thumb of the ruling politics, one can see a clear design here. The second critical factor is the scope of smuggling. The media reports are focusing on gold smuggling, which is rampant in Bangladesh. A simple Google search will reveal that Bangladesh is a major transit hub of international gold smuggling. The international airports of Dhaka and Chattogram in Bangladesh are the epicenter of these criminal activities. According to a 2017 report by Daily Sun, 1,100 kgs of gold were seized by Bangladesh's customs department in 4 years. That is a staggering average of 275 kgs a year. Circumstantial evidence suggests that smuggling is continued unabated. In 2019, 23 kgs of gold were seized from the toilet of Bangladesh's national carrier at Chattogram Airport. In the same year, another 6 kgs were seized from the airport lavatories in Dhaka and Chattogram. A janitor in Dhaka airport was held with nearly 4 kgs of yellow metal in 2020. As a global thumb rule, only a fraction of the traffic volume is confiscated. By that standard, the volume of gold smuggled through Bangladesh must be in thousands of kgs. It is no brainer that such a huge smuggling cartel cannot operate without the strong involvement of the political bosses of the nation. There is also little doubt that the majority of gold is trafficked from Bangladesh to the next door neighbor India, which is also the second largest gold consumer in the world. It is pertinent to ask here if this was the only Bangladeshi cartel involved in gold smuggling to India. According to intelligence inputs, there are at least 20 such gangs. How many are linked to Awami League? More critically, do they smuggle only gold or are involved in wider damage to the Indian economy? First and foremost, such large-scale smuggling activities should be backed by a sprawling network of illegal money transfers. What is the size of this illegal economy? Moreover, gold smuggling generally rides on the movement of contraband like arms and drugs or vice versa. If that is the case in India's northeastern border, why should the situation be different in the case of Bangladesh? Remember, India's Central Bureau of Investigations recently unearthed substantial quantities of foreign-made arms from an arrested office bearer of the ruling Trinamool Congress in West Bengal. The location of the recovery was very close to the Bangladesh border. That takes us to question, if Bangladeshi gangs were operating without due support in West Bengal, such activities cannot continue without the support of the influential people in Kolkata. Who are they? Notably, a prominent leader of the ruling Trinamool Congress in West Bengal is in jail in connection with his involvement in the smuggling of cattle from India to Bangladesh. Last but not the least, why Bangladeshi criminals picked up Kolkata for the murder? Is Kolkata a safe haven for Bangladeshi criminals? If that be the case, then the Indian authorities need thorough introspection about the security situation in the state. Interestingly, Delhi is almost silent about the incident, and Dhaka was quick to issue clarification that the killing would not impact bilateral relations. Part of Delhi's silence can be attributed to the ongoing election. However, questions remain if the Indian government is trying to safeguard the interests of the Sheikh Hasina government in Dhaka. Thank you for listening to Perspective. If you like this episode, please share and subscribe. See you next week. फिर मिलेंगे.